Hey everyone, I'm back. Building printer again. Messing up building printer. So, hey Swans. Tonight I'm not going into the 2.4. We're not touching that. That last part, building that, you know, I was up till 1 o'clock that night. Past 1 o'clock, fixing everything that went wrong that I could, reprinting a whole bunch of stuff. But yeah, the 2.4, it's looking good at this point. Hey, squirrel. The doors are on. I reprinted the latches. I doubled up on tape. I did everything I could to get it all fixed. And oh yeah, the lights, I redesigned the end pieces so that they were shorter. I called them the stubby ends. So they're like, that's been done. Hey, Zen. No first layer wants to lay down right. Doesn't sound like a printer problem, sounds like a print surface problem, but I don't know. What are you printing on? And your Switchwire still printing two perimeters. Yeah, okay, so today I'm taking the big step. Wash 3 times. Oh, see, I used to wash my plates, but what I found was better in the long run was not touching them. And I found washing didn't do it after a while. Things stopped sticking. So I would take like steel wool and just brush the surface with steel wool, and then boom, everything's back to normal. That's been my experience. I can't say that's going to work for everybody, but again, I do find not ever touching the bed has been a complete change for me. Like, I was always going in there and grabbing stuff, and then things would stop. Like, I'd have a corner that would just continually pop up on something, and then I'd have to take soap. This is what I ended up doing for the soap. I hope I didn't unplug that. That would have been bad. I went and set this up. So I have, you know, like a bottle, what I call H2O plus, because that's got a little tiny bit of dish soap in it. And then, of course, a spray bottle with IPA. The IPA I occasionally use, but I've stopped using the soap completely since I started using the glove. The offset paint deal with. Oh. Yeah, I've been. So that's speaking of Z offsets and probes. So let me get this. Sorry, I just can't get it in there to see what's going on. Okay, so I have reprinted the mount. I made it 1 millimeter longer, literally 1 millimeter longer, and that was all it took. So yeah, that works now. The other thing that I've done was I printed these. These are the templates for laying out the motors. So at this point, everything here has been measured out according to what was required. Top, bottom, it all works. These run very smooth. I'm very happy with the way these are running. And the other thing that's gone on you're having Zex, if you go to my GitHub, you could probably search for Maker Source GitHub. Basically, what I did to fix I had huge problems with Clicky. Like the order it was doing stuff didn't make sense with a servo. So I went in and I actually made a bunch of changes to the Clicky actual code. And then I rewrote my home override to use that. And it, like, yeah, without that, I don't know what I would have done, but yeah. But basically what I'm saying is the base setup for Switchwire is not ideal. Like, even it's just horribly slow, and both of my Switchwires have Clicky on it, and you know, homing only takes a few seconds. But whatever. This is the other thing that's gone on. Is I've gone and I've made a proper template with holes so that I can mark out where the holes need to go. And just to be sure, I've gone and I've looked and I've mounted it on the actual printer, and everything lines up. So this is what we're going to use in order to mark everything out and get it all working. Okay, so what do I need here? What do we need to see? We probably need to see this. So what I'm going to do here is move these out of the way. Where's my hammer? I need my hammer. It's not really a hammer. It's more of a mallet. We're gonna get this in place. I'm gonna tape it down because I don't want it moving. And then I'm gonna take a punch, and I'm gonna do this on this side because that's the down side. And then we're gonna drill. How's this gonna work? I'm gonna drill 4mm holes where each of these are. Then 4mm holes. And then I need to drill 2mm deep with a 6mm hole, at a 6mm hole. Yeah, I'm terrified doing this because, you know, this thing was not cheap. So let's tape my silly little piece of plastic down. And you know what? I'm gonna use a marker, but then I'll hit it with the punch and see if I can see. Yes, I did. I printed. Yeah, I found that. I never did figure out what the other thing that I can't remember who it was. I never did figure out what that was for. Okay, so what's the best way to do this? Probably doesn't matter all that much. As long as they're all the same in relation to each other and you know, 99% square. Yeah, yeah, the recessed pieces will be the worst. Actually, they'll all be the worst. I'm gonna say it right now. This is going to be the worst. Welcome to the worst. If you thought the 2.4 build went wrong and you want to see something go wrong, sorry, I just have no faith in this right now. And the reason for that is, well, the tools I'll be using. And I'm a guy who always says, always use the right tools. Don't use crappy tools. You use crappy tools, you're gonna get a crappy result. Well, we're gonna try to work around that tonight. So, that needs to be pulled. No, it doesn't. It's fine. It's straight, left to right. It's a little bit further this way. Is that left to right? No, that's front to back. Okay, well. There we go. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is just make some dots. There we go. We got dots. Yay, dots. 2.4 build was drilled by me for the bed. Like 6 plate from Midwest Steel. Did our own, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely lean towards that now, because of course this is a much better quality bed than that thing that came from FormBot. Okay, let's see what damage we can do here. Should I be hammering this with this? Maybe I should go get a real hammer. I'm gonna go get a real hammer. Let's see how this works now. Okay. So. Oh yeah, it made a dent. Oh yeah, there's dents there. They decided to start stealing everyone's credit card numbers. Wow. Oh, this one was flat until I started hammering on it like that. Okay, so this is the reason everything's gonna go really bad. This is my drill press. So it's sort of a thing where you need 3 hands, 1, 2, 3. But in my case, I'm just going to lock it on. There is no lock. What are you doing? What are you talking about? That's the reason I bought this. I thought it was the reason I bought it. This has never been used, eh? This has been sitting there for a year. I've never ever used it. sorry. So the first thing, I do have a countersink bit that we're going to use to clean up all the burrs in the end. I really wish there was a way, maybe there is. Well, we're going to see. So, the other thing is I don't have a 3mm drill bit and a 6mm drill bit. That's the other thing. I don't have those things. So, I have a chart that says if I want a 3mm drill bit, the size is 0.1181. And the closest I can find to that is a 0.1250, which is 1/8 of an inch. Does that sound right? Well, we're going to measure and we're going to find out. Oh, I don't need a 3mm bit. I need a 4mm bit. So that doesn't matter. It's 0.1575. And I can get a 0.1562 at 530 seconds. So, what do we got here? .398 millimeters. Yeah, we're using 3mm screws to hold this, so we have the clearance with a 4mm. So I've also heard that I can use a little bit of IPA to make this, while I'm cutting this, keep things clean. I mean, cool. I mean, 11811. No. I went to the CAD, and the inner dimension on the CAD is 4mm, and the outer dimension is 6. So the I don't know if I should follow the CAD or just go one up from the, I don't know. And I don't really want to drill it twice. Yeah, I think I'm going to do exactly what it says. Though, is it going bigger the way to go? I don't know. Now, the problem I have is I have no way to attach this. I need some way to keep this here while this button is pressed. Oh, tape. Tape, yes, we'll use tape to press the button. Because on a real drill press, you would no, it doesn't. And I actually I bought this because I thought this drill, because it was the cheapest one I thought had a trigger lock on it. Okay, so This goes wrong. Okay, so what I think I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna shut the volume off because, you know, there's no point to hear my screaming as everything goes wrong. I mean, that drill's gonna be loud and nobody needs to hear that. But then again, we did the saw the other day. So is there any real difference? Okay, this is just going to be awful. I don't like this at all. Yeah, that's why I want this against here. What happened here? What just happened? Did I just... Oh, great. This is going to be fun. I'm going to have to deactivate that. Sorry. Screwed up. Wow. I screwed up. I bought a GoPro. See what I mean? Okay, we're back to normal, and I'll try not to kick the plug again. So yeah, we need a way to attach this. No, that's not going to work. Yeah, it'll help a lot. Now that I think about it. That's just not high enough, is it? Yeah, I think I stepped on the plug, and because it's a GoPro, it just doesn't recover very well at all. Okay, so the only thing I can think of doing is taking like a washer and actually, you know what? What are these? So there's got to be a way for me to move this up. And there seems, if I loosen this, I can lift the whole thing up. I can attach these onto here, and then I can attach the bed. That just seems so much more unstable that it's ridiculous. Wow, that magnet's pretty strong. So that is my answer. I just need to figure out how to implement it. So get some T-nuts. Five millimeter. What do I want here? M5. I don't know if I have anything to anything big enough. Wait a second, I might know where the things that originally came with this are. No, those won't work. Because you can't use that to okay. I just need something to hold this up. But I'm looking around, there's just nothing the same thickness. It's either too thick or too thin. If I would have thought this out to begin with, I would have printed something. Because, you know, that's what we're dealing with here. So how are we going to do this? So I basically have 8 holes to drill. That's not quite thick enough to hold it up. If I could find something that was just a little thicker, no. Because it's got to be 100% flat. It can't be crooked. Okay. There we go. Huh? Just turn the tables. And now I can have it against here so it won't spin. And I should be able to drill. God, you know. I wonder if they could have made this thing worse. Okay, I'm gonna turn the volume off, tape the thing down, and try to drill a hole. Why does that scare the crap out of me? It's pretty loud. Nope. Nope, not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. I'll drill it by hand before I touch that thing. Like literally, that. Yeah, no. Okay, so we need an extruder. We need a print head. What's the use having a print bed if you don't have those things? So maybe that's what we'll focus on right now. Well, if I lay the aluminum on the table, then I've got to hold the aluminum and the drill and the crank and the handle and the trigger as well. Yeah, no. I choose to keep my fingers. So, what's all this stuff? Why is there two of these? Oh, I get it. Left version, right version. Maybe? I don't know. Oh well, this shouldn't be in here. Okay, well, let's figure out how to put together an M4 extruder. I believe there's instructions for this thing. So where do I need to go? I need to go to Voron Design. And tool heads and extruders, M4, manual, M4 assembly. We need socket heads. We need F695? Really? Oh no, those are just definitions of what things are. Okay. So a GT2 pulley. Let's start with that. I think I have some of those. Let me grab my bags of pulleys and stuff. That's what we need. Probably gonna need another one too, but right now we're just gonna deal with the one. So what I need to do is basically cut the top off this thing. Nice. And we're just gonna pull that off. And that'll drop in there. Now we need some M38 button screws. Where's my button screw? Okay. gonna need those, I'm gonna need those, I'm gonna need those. And looks like I need those. You know what? I think I'm gonna move those. Yeah, so I'm thinking about that right now as well. What I think I might end up doing, or end up being able to do, well, it's 8mm, eh? Is I do have clamps. I don't want to clamp it to the table and do that though. I can clamp it to something else on the table, is a possibility, and then I can clamp the drill on one side, so I'd have the clamp on that and the clamp on the other side. That would work. Well, that might work. And then I can operate the drill by hand. I have everything lined up for each hole, which would make me feel a lot more comfortable. Because the way that was wobbling around, that made that circular saw with a 10-inch blade that just dropped through that aluminum like it was butter seem like the safest thing in the world. So yeah, it seems much safer just assembling the M4. So I'm not saying I'm not going to get back to that in the stream. I'm just saying I need to think it out a little more. I was thinking it was just going to be a matter of slapping it up here, cutting it, and we'd be done. Like with the aluminum. What's happening was I tried to use a cheap drill mounted to a mini drill press to cut the holes in the bed, and it was too terrifying, so I didn't do it. That's all. And hey, welcome back. And now we're on to the M4. Come on. Seriously, what is going on? You downloaded the same manual 3 frickin' times. All I wanted to do was move the tab to another screen. It just keeps on downloading new copies over and over and over. Okay, so yeah, this is the part that I needed to do after. So basically, I'm able to assemble everything here except for the 5mm stem, which I need to. Basically, the idea there is to. I have the 5mm shafts. The idea there is to cut it the right length, but then I need to basically make a jig for the Dremel, so that I can put a shaft in there and it basically drop the Dremel down, and it could use it to carve out a section to make it into a D shaft, and that would be much more ideal. But right now, I'm not worried about that, so we're just basically going to go on to the next step, which is assembly of this. Now, I do have a problem here, though. Wrong chat. Okay. And that problem is, am I building a left-handed thing or a right-handed thing? And which-handed things are these? So I need to figure that out. But right now, I'm just going to grab the gear kit. Everything's already ready to go. I'm gonna put the one together that I see in the instructions. That always bugs me. So that's that. Let's heat up the iron. Need some insets. What's this doing here? Oh yeah, of course, it's part of the, yeah. I'm like, that's Afterburner. No. That's Clockwork. Which of course are the same parts as the M4. Okay, time to switch to coffee. Soda water's just not doing it. No caffeine, no sugar. Okay, so once we have the insets, I put them in there. The bearing goes in there. You know what? I'm going to grab the 5mm rods anyway. Of course, you think you know exactly where everything is. Nope, not seeing any 5mm rods. I've got way too many belts. That's all electrical, so it's got to be in here. Wires, temperature sensors, 625 bearings. Other weird bearings. Eh, 5mm bearings. I don't even know what those are. Ah, there we go. 5mm rods. See? Told you I have. So it does need to be cut to size. All that stuff needs to be done. But at this point, it can just go in here as is. For some reason, this wants a 695 bearing, but I'm just going to use a solid metal one instead of the one with the plastic liner, because I've got 100 of them. Like, literally, I've got 100 of them. So I don't know what difference it'll make. The dimensions are exactly the same. It's supposed to be 5mm. It is. It's a very tight 5mm. So that snaps in there, and it's greasy. And it snaps in here, not there. Okay. Okay, you know, I turned it down a tiny bit because I was like, oh, it's just dropping through the plastic like nobody's business. But now it's like hardly pushing them through. Hey, Bert. Welcome back. I feel like these are so thin that the heat that I'm applying in order to melt these in is going to be enough to let it bend. But it's not. I'm just imagining it. Okay, there we go. Next. Oh, build the thing, eh? You want me to build a thing? Okay, so the thing has this on it. Should I try to cut it first? Oh, and I needed 2 of those bearings, not 1. Oh well, now I only have 98 of them. I'm just gonna guess. Polycarbonate. Yeah, you know what? One day we're gonna have a print and stream and print or whatever, print print and chat, whatever it is, and I'm gonna try to print that, use that nylon carbon fiber, the CF nylon. I want to see if I can print that. I've heard it's an absolute nightmare. But hey, I just tried to drill holes in an aluminum bed with a toy drill. So, absolute nightmares. I seem to be up for that lately. Okay, which one is this? It's not this one. I think it's this one, but no, there's nothing to, no screw holes there. Definitely use a brim. Oh, no, hey Zen. No, I aborted drilling. I'm exactly where we left off with the bed, with the holes marked, ready for drilling. But I said, nope, I'm not using this thing like that. And I've been thinking about how to do it ever since. Yeah, I don't really want to build up my confidence on a bed that cost me $240 to get here. That would be if it went wrong, it would actually be a confidence destroyer. So no, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to, again, I'm thinking about it. Right now my brain says, set it up so you've got it clamped to the table. And then clamp the drill around backwards. So that I do have 2 free hands. One to operate the drill and one to operate the arm. Until I can do that, I'm not going to be comfortable doing this without wrecking a insanely expensive bed. It's not that it's insanely expensive. It's 125 bucks American, which is, you know, not cheap. But you change that to Canadian, you add the $40 of shipping, you add the $40 for duty, and all the other crap that they add on. And it's a very expensive bed, so I don't want to wreck it. Put the press onto the bed instead of the bed onto the press. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a sacrificial board. No, no. Even the bottom of the drill itself isn't even that straight or that flat. It's a little wobbly. Okay, so we need M30s here. Button. Are these 30s? Those look like 30s. They're 30s. So these are going in here. Or that one's going in there. That one goes in there. Okay. Now I need that in there. Need M540s for your Trident. The ones that always get me are the ones in the stealth burner. You know, the what are they, M360s? I'm like, I don't have those. I can't get those, but eventually I could. But I was silly and I was buying my bolts locally at one point. And, yeah, that's not working. What is this? Oh, this is the thing. This is the thing. I have the thing. It's right here. Fine. I have one mag bed. Yeah, I think at a 235 by 235, I should be fine. It's not a big mag bed, which you're gonna more likely have problems anyway with a big bed. I know I've got two 350s. That doesn't seem right. Why is that allowed to move around so much? Oh, really? I'm confused. Why is that allowed to move around so damn much? Like to the point where, like, there's no way I'm ever going to get both of them to line up. What is going on? Ah, I see what's going on. I see. You know what I'm gonna do? Okay. Again, I'm going to cut this to shape later. That's more like it. Yeah, that's what this is. This is a Ender 3 bed for a Mandela from Mandela Roseworks. That's probably a better one to put in. I still don't understand how this is supposed to stay on target. What am I doing wrong? I just don't get it. I don't understand. The gears don't mesh. They skip. So yeah, those gears, though they're both in the same place, they do not mesh with each other. They just rub up against each other. What's going on? Why is this a problem? Weird. Very, very, very weird. Sorry, I'll be right back there. I just need to find my 188 millimeter belts. I thought I had them put aside for this, but it turns out I don't. Those are 200s. 188. No, I probably shouldn't. I was gonna say, let's just use one of these Creality motors. No, no. I'm not gonna deal with the gears right now. I don't know what's going on there. Okay, so this goes on like that. Which makes sense because it has to hold the everything to that side. So I'm going to take this off. We're going to go in here. See what I mean? This is how I lose tools while I'm actually using them. Oh, the magnets inside this screwdriver stole it. Okay, that'll work. This we already know is not going to work. That is bizarre. It seems to be working now. So I'll be, cutting this appropriately. I actually probably save it for next week's stream when I have some type of device. Okay, it's working now. That feels better. Now, do I want to put a pancake on here instead? Okay, Scroll Brain. Have a good night, and I'll see you in a stream next week sometime. Or maybe at one of, maybe we'll run into each other at some other stream of somebody else's. Of course, lately everybody's been streaming while I'm working, so I haven't been watching as much. Okay, so what do we need here? 20s? Probably not 20s. 16s. With washers? What? Okay, we need M3 washers. Really? Really? Where would one find M3 washers? Is there like a little thing with washers in it? Yes, there is. Couple of those. Those are 12s, aren't they? Those don't look like 16s suddenly. These look more like 16s. Yeah. So I don't know if I'll stick with the pancake. We'll just see how it does. We might just end up slapping a big honking thing like this on here. Though I'd prefer not to. I think the pancake will do fine. What? Sorry. That's not going on right now, is it? Okay. Sorry. Oh. I'll have to, when I take this apart and make the changes to this rod, I'll make changes to the, I'll put Loctite in where we need Loctite as well. But no matter what anybody tells you, that is an M4. What's happened here? Even 23. Burned up a NEMA before? I've never burned up a stepper motor. How? Did it just go itself? Like during normal usage? God, you'd think you'd buy these things and they would come together, but they don't. It's like build your own, call it, Bowden call it. Is that the game we're playing? It does look really cool, I will admit. Why am I sitting down? I don't know. The chair was here, I sat down. No, I was looking for something. I can look through, there's a perfectly round circle of light. I can push things through that way. You know what? Let's just... Yeah, it's got a pretty good grip on it. Oh yeah, nailed it. Oh, NEMA 7, no, enough power for a NEMA 17. Okay, so I think that's good. It's not a huge stepper on there. Well, it's a pancake, you know, not a round pancake, but it's a thinner stepper. I shouldn't say it's a pancake stepper because I don't think it is. And I think that's that, and I think that needs to be mounted there. Maybe there. There. Something like that. It's like that. I could go to the CAD, of course. I guess I should go to the CAD. But my hard drive's gone to sleep. Just let it have a nap. We want the Legacy CAD. And the step file. Okay, so that is that. I like it. Now, this is not that. This is something else, as is this. None of these look like they have heat insets. All that can go away. And it's still loading the step file. Well, though, I do know how to put this together. So I did buy a brand new hot end for, sorry. I think there's a bug in Clockwork 2. I really do. I think there's a problem with Clockwork 2. I don't think that these fit in the holes properly, and you end up with a stem that shifts back and forth. In Clockwork 2. Okay, so there we go. We've got this. We've got this. I need... What do I really need here? What do we really need? We need this. And this. Big guns. Well, little guns, really. Here's a 100K thing and a heater core. It's only a 40 watt heater core. I have 50 watt ones there, but really, you know what? I don't think it matters. So I'm going to install the heater, the hot end. In order to do that, though, my first move is going to be to tighten as much as I possibly can by hand. And then my second move is going to be to take this entire end, because I don't hot tighten these. I've never hot tightened a hot end. How are you supposed to hot tighten a hot end? Like, seriously, yeah. Sorry, these ones in an Afterburner. No, that doesn't work. So what do I need? What do I need? What do I need? I need something. What are my needs? I need this wrench. I think it's this wrench I need. I'll need that too. V2.4. No, that's not the wrench. Okay. Now let's figure out where everything sits inside this thing. And then we'll be able to decide which way the wires need to go. I think that's about right. it's like, no, I'm not going in there. There's no grub screw or anything stopping it. There we go, it's in there now. Let's see here. 10-hour print. I'm still not impressed with the stealth printer. Yeah. All my screw bins. Yeah, I've got all the screws. Torque wrench on the nozzle. Yeah. I already spent enough money on printing. Is that right? Oh yeah, that's right. So we need the screws for the 2.4. Normally, oh, we need insets, because, you know, Afterburner. Will this get stealth burner? I'm gonna say no. It might get, I might go halfway. What I might do is put the, print the Bad Noob Afterburner for it and put that on it instead. I don't, it's not that I don't think that I would be able to get Afterburner working. I think that would be fine. What I'm thinking there when I'm thinking that, though, is more along the lines of, do I want the most modern thing on the classic printer? And I don't think I do. I do want something that performs as well as it. Because, you know, Bad Noob's Afterburner is the first step to, like, that's where Stealth Burner came from. He made that, and the rest of the team took it with him from there and brought it to being Stealth Burner. A lot of the ways everything all hooks together is exactly the same way as Stealth Burner. But, you know, but different. It has a different look to it. Okay, I don't know what any of these are for. I'm going to stop guessing. Now, and that's another thing I normally don't do. I normally don't put all these screws in. Don't know why. Well, really? It says V2.4 right on it. You know, you bunch of Phaedix, come on. Seriously. You couldn't put the right screws in the box? Yeah, ABVN. Afterburner, Bad Noob. Bad Noob, yeah. Yes, that thing. I like it. It prints well. I built a actually. A while ago, earlier this year, I gave a friend of mine my Trunksy. I had an X5 SA Pro, which was, you know, it printed some big stuff. It was a 330 by 330. I thought it was a great printer for what it was, but I already had 2 Vorons, and I was working, no, I already had 3 Vorons, and I was working on a 4th. So I didn't need this printer. I didn't want this printer, so I dumped it on him. That didn't come out right. So I gave it to him. And it had a, what did I have on it? I had a bullseye on it. It's a glass bed. It had a glass induction sensor. Not induction, but glass. It had a proximity sensor for a thing, and it worked okay. You know, I'm not going to say it was great, but I could definitely say it wasn't horrible. But then he went to do something and it broke. And I'm like, oh yeah, okay, it broke again. Because I basically, it was glued together. It was already falling apart. I glued it together. So the fact that it broke was probably more my fault than anything else. Okay, let's get some fans in here. That's a 60 millimeter fan. That doesn't go in there, silly. So I was like, oh, okay, you know what? Let's actually come over and bring the printer back one day. And you and I will work through putting a stealth burner on this thing. That'll show them. So we put stealth burner, or we tried to put stealth burner on it. Actually, no, I got everything printed and I started like pre-assembling stuff and it wouldn't fit together properly. So I ended up aborting the stealth burner plan and changing it to an ABBN. And wow, that thing was awesome. So basically, something happened while we were building that though, and something blew out a fan connector on the motherboard. And I've never seen anything like it before in my life, where the fan would only spin backwards. I didn't even know these fans could spin backwards, but the fan would only spin backwards. I think the fan was broken, to tell you the truth. But whatever. Again, I didn't think these fans could possibly spin backwards. I didn't think that was a thing. But maybe there was a short inside the fan or something like that. So I'm like, okay, well, leave it with me and I'll see what I can do. I couldn't fix it. So I said, well, tell you what. For 500 bucks, because that's how much it would cost for the parts, I'll put a Raspberry Pi 3 in it with an SKR2, like rewire the whole thing from top to bottom, put a screen on it because he didn't want it to be like web like I'm so used to. And yeah, so 500 bucks in parts later, this thing was the most unbelievably good big printer I've ever built. Performance-wise, not what it could print, but the thing did like a 13-minute benchy on a 330 by 330 bed. So this thing was like a monstrous thing moving around doing a little tiny benchy, and it did it. It was incredible. Fastest benchy I've ever printed in my life was on that Tronxy that I had rebuilt. Kind of made me sad in a way, and jealous, and not really. But yeah, that was the experience with the bad noob Afterburner, and it was good. Okay, so now I need to go to the CAD and I need to figure out what's going on with this thing. Okay, there's a whole stack of other pieces, which are right here. I shouldn't have done that, but I did, so we're here now. We'll deal with it. But yeah, that printer, that Tronxy 330 was, I'm still just blown away by how good that printer was when it was done. Now, this is one thing I really don't like about the way we do this with the wires and the wire guard. Not the wire guard, but the thing that stops the wire from being pulled. Where's Brain? I'm confused. Oh, the wires come in back here. That's right. Okay, there we go. There we go. I'm not confused anymore. What amazes me is that every night every night that I stream, when I'm done, this place from here to here is just a mess. It's just chaos, absolute chaos. I forgot to adjust my camera. I'm all pale. Well, I'm not that pale. In real life, I'm a vampire. No, it's yeah, that was with the ABBN. ABBN, it gets great airflow, eh? Of course, you know, like the other thing was, those motors that come with the Tronxys are pretty good. Like, it's not all motors that you can crank up to 2 amps and just go. Whereas those, no problem at all. They'll take it and more. So that was really what allowed me to do that. And these big chunky NEMA 17s, they can do the same thing. So I have to cut a piece of Bowden tube. And then we'll have to see. I might need to trim some off that. '30s. '16s from the back. I can't tell what's from the front. These will work though. Oh my God, what do I need? For the, what? Okay, so this can't go together yet. Oh, weird. No. Holy crap, what do you need for this thing? Okay, I gotta go look what's going on this side. Okay, I get it. These might work. But there's no big guarantee here. So what it needs, sorry, I'm all out of camera here. Oh no, I'm not. What it needs is some M3 nuts in the back. What's going on now? What the hell, GoPro? Really? They're garbage. They're total garbage, I tell you. They are total garbage. Like, at no point did anybody ask the GoPro to not have a full-size picture. It doesn't initialize HDMI properly. So every time you unplug it and plug it back in, garbage, I tell you, total garbage. Never remembers what you set it to. Every time I open the thing, I have to turn off the UI. So yeah, you could probably tell I'm not a big fan of GoPros. The picture's fine, but the company, the software, all the rest of it is just garbage. Sorry. Opinions, you know. Of course, my Logitech cam isn't any better. Overheat. Again, what are you doing if you're overheating? Why would, sorry. If it was overheating and its response was to make the picture smaller, again, they're idiots. That is not how you respond to overheating. Here, let me just destroy your shot and all your work. Can you imagine if that was for, you know, action shots that you would never ever be able to take because by the time you took them, the camera would change. Now, of course, I can't say, oh, great. Okay, we got a problem. So, there we go, undid the problem. Wasn't good, but I undid it. It's undone. But yeah, the GoPros have been a total pain in the butt. And the only thing good about them is the picture. That's not a good idea. I keep on doing that, pushing everything in and then going to put the wires in and everything, but you can't. You got to slide everything down first with the wires in place and then push those through. There we go. Holy crap. What's going on? Yeah, it keeps on pulling that nut back further and further and further and further. We're going to be able to change these 60s to 15s or 16s by the time we're done. Okay, so now if I take that out, okay, so that's out. That's not big enough, but these are. There we go. Nice and snug. Now, what I need is that little piece of stuff that I cut. Okay, that is just me, but I think we need heat insets in there. You notice I'm not looking at the instructions much for this. You put enough afterburners together. Yeah, I wouldn't buy another GoPro. What I really want, I'd like to buy a laptop that was powerful enough to stream. And then an external FireWire box that I could put the actual streaming, like an Elgato 4-channel 4K capture device in an external box and use that. Okay. Really? Okay, fine. Sometimes I do not understand the decisions they make here. My idea is better. I'm going to say that right now. My idea of putting 2 screws in the back and screwing this in from the front is better. The problem, see, what they want me to do is put 2 heat set inserts in here and screw that on there. Now that might be better with 4 screws, but the problem is you got screws in the back and screws in the front. And that's the one thing I just absolutely can't stand about clockwork, is screws in the front and screws in the back. Like literally, if I need to take this apart with a standard build on this printer, not with my build because I could just, you know, get to the back, you'd have to take the panels off just to change something about your Afterburner or your clockwork. So that's the one thing I don't like about the original clockwork, is that. So what I'm going to do, because I don't have to do what they say, is I'm going to take a drill and I'm just going to drill these holes out. And then they'll fit over the screws. And we won't have to deal with any of that silliness. But then, there's a problem with that too. Because of course it still needs to hold the come on, get off there. Okay, so I am going to put heat insets in there. I am going to do it that way, and the only reason is because of the angle that the fan attaches to this at. It's pulling at the bottom, not at the top. So if it was pulling at the top, those screws at the top would hold that in for just fine. But because it's pulling at the bottom, chances are it's just going to pull this out. Like you'll have like an angle, or it's not going to pull it out. It's going to pull it away, and that's not ideal. So in order to do that, I need to get those screws out. I guess not screws, nuts. Okay, so those are those out. So let's build the whole stack now. We've got this. On top of here. And that on top of there. With, where's the piece that goes in the middle? Where is my Bowden tube? There it is, sorry. So we're going back to this, in here, that on top of there. Well, that was kind of weird. That's exactly what I was looking for. It just fell on the floor. First time. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. Okay, so the problem here, of course, is, yeah, those screws, you can't get to them. They're countersunk in like that far. So you can't get these out. Now, the other problem, of course, with that, this thing slots down. Then you put the screws in. Then it goes through about that much plastic, and then it reaches the thing. So what we've got here is we've got two screws in there. One of them is reaching the thing. The other one is a little bit tiny too short. So it's not reaching the brass inset. But I can't get either of them out. So yeah, we're in a catch-22 here. None of the screws will come out. And we can't take the thing off in order to okay, one of them might be coming out. Wow. The other one, though, doesn't want to. Both of them are still gripping the piece that it needs to let go of. Okay. So now I see what happened. I picked up the wrong screw. There's the other screw. Okay, my fault. It's all my fault. Everything's my fault. Yeah, gravity. Gravity's my fault too. Okay. I'm so glad that was so easy to figure out. It's fine. It really is fine. We're almost there. I keep on grabbing 12mm screws instead of 16s. I should have never bought 12mm screws. I should have just bought more 16s, because we don't use 12s for anything. Okay. And these should be the standard ones that go in the front of a Afterburner. Yeah, they are. 50, not 50s. Yeah, 50s. So there we go. That's that going in there. But it's not, of course, because you know how tight these things fit. There we go. And then these wires don't go like they do on the other one. They just go straight through this thing and out the back. Oh. Oh, yeah, what screws are those? 16s, I guess. Not 16s, 20s. These go into plastic though, eh? What the hell? Yeah, those are too big. 16s didn't reach. Unless I had a 12 in with the 16s, I guess it's possible. Yep, totally possible. Come on. Wow. Nice. I forgot the two. Oh, is it really 26.5 degrees in here? Okay, air conditioning's going on. I'm dying in here. It's just like so hot. And I know, for some people that's not hot. Wow, that's actually the rods moving. I still don't know what these are for. I think it looks good. Let me move some of this Okay, so what we've got is this. What I need to do is mount this. So I need some M510s. And I'm going to need some T-nuts, which I don't think I've taken out yet today, have I? I guess I have. I guess I have. There they are. Okay. Okay, now what do we need? What is missing from this whole thing? A piece of Bowden tube. We need the magic Bowden tube. Well, I guess it doesn't need to be magic. It can just be a regular Bowden tube. Where did I put Bowden tube? That's too short. That's blue. I guess it can be blue. Oh no, here's one, here's one. 4x2. There we go. I know I should probably use I'm going to end up switching it to yeah, you know what? I'll put in the good one right now, which is I think 4x0.9 rather than 4x1 or 4x1.9. And that works. Now there'll also be a wiring harness that goes here. It comes up. So I'll cut this to length once that's all in place, and I can just get everything all nice and clean. But yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it. We've got our terrible camera angles, but we've got our Afterburner installed. We've got the M4 installed, not quite finished yet. Now, of course, the I guess elephant in the room is this. I don't know how to do this. I think I'm going to end up doing it off stream because I'm afraid. I don't want to hurt myself. I don't want to wreck the plate. I don't want neither of those things to happen. This needs to go well. This needs to work. Holy crap, I scratched the top of that up. I should be more careful. But yeah, I think what's going to happen is I'm going to maybe take this out to somewhere where I know I can clamp things down properly, or drill right into a table for that matter. I might be able to get a piece of scrap wood, where I can just clamp the table right down, screw the drill right down, and just go at it. But I don't want to wreck the bed. Oh, I scratched it against the thing. It is definitely surface scratches. I'm not even going to bother buffing it out. By the time I put a plate on top of it, and you're never going to see surface scratches. There'll be a PI sheet and flex plate on top. So yeah, but I am going to leave this here today. I've accomplished something on stream. Yay! I'm quite happy with it too. What I'm not happy with is the bed, and what I have not been able to do. But yeah, that works now. It docks fine. Okay, well. I haven't got to the bed. We're going to get to the bed somehow. Whether it be on stream or off stream, I'm going to fix the bed. I got a horrible blister on my thumb. You know, I use VHB tape for, like, you notice there's probably more of an echo now. I use VHB tape for the paddings. I greased the bearings, yes, but I think I'm going to put some grease on the rails. So what I was doing was I was using my thumb and rubbing the VHB tape and rolling it off, but there was what, 7 of them with 5 pieces of tape on each, so that was 35 pieces of tape. I got through most of it, and then there was like 4 pieces of tape left. I looked down at my thumb, and all the skin was loose. Like I actually created a blister from pushing the VHB tape off. Oh yeah. I'm not concerned with the sound. I'm not. It's going to be a loud printer. I know that. It's not going to be because of the drivers. It's not going to be because of the motors. It's going to be because of the linear rods rather than rails, and the type of bearings. I know. It's going to be what it's going to be. But we're going to pick it up next week. I am off for the weekend. we'll actually see. I might be back on time on Sunday to do some stuff. If I have the bed all prepped by that point, maybe I'll stream and and install the bed. We'll get the heater installed. We'll start getting the electronics done. If not, it'll be probably going back to a Monday, Wednesday, Friday stream, which seems to be working for me so far, but maybe not for everybody else. It's hard to say. But I'm glad. I'm happy to be. I'm happy we made it to where we are, and I'm looking forward to seeing what else I'm going to run into. What other walls am I going to hit? Like the big, huge wall I hit on the 2.4. Did I have to cut the bottom panel myself somehow? It's a learning experience. It really is. Hopefully, I guess for all of us. But yeah, it's fun. So I'll see you guys in the next stream. Have a good one, and thanks for the support. I appreciate it.